Greetings everyone, and Great here with another Advanced Wars Days of Ruin Tiny Wars replay. Spawned as bottom right or right side as the blue Greyfield, we got ari32. Spawned left side as the red Penny, we got Yoshierider. Both of them are both from their base cartridge counterparts, so let's take a quick look. Penny was pretty bad. She had the standard plus 10% offense defense on cartridge. Now it got buffed with plus 50% in the standard CO zone. She does have good size CO zone. She's pretty generic, weak on that side. Always not affected by weather. I'm pretty sure that's outside the CO zone as well. That is globally at all points of time. And of course, let's see now. The weather condition is triggered for 3 turns. Random weather probably has largely been changed on Tiny Wars. Beforehand, it was pretty bad where certain turns of certain players, it was very, very variable and unreliable. It didn't last the entire turn. It can last partial turns as well. So imagine just one player just like, oh yeah, it's raining now. You have to deal with fog of war. Just you. Only you. So that's probably changed. Plus weather conditions for 3 turns. I'm not exactly sure how long it lasts normally. I've never played with random weather turned on, so that's at least set and stable, and all the weather she can make good advantage of. When it and plus the plus 50% attack and defense global is a little bit buff as well, 5%. Greyfield, his sporting cost has been reduced down to 30% of the unit cost rather than 50%, so it's easier to deploy him in the field. All this seems normal. Can't exactly remember what he was beforehand, but he does have a focus of naval units of offense, defense, which includes seaplanes and battle copters as well. Very nice. And his superpower does have a massively powerful benefit now. He still gets the normal stuff and maxed out, recovers fuel, ammo, and material. Material can be a bit more important in this situation because temporary ports can now be used to deploy unweighted air units, including seaplanes. Keyword, unweighted. If you were to capture or obtain a temporary port or seaport on the front line, it will could deploy out a massive army of unweighted units, depending how much money you've saved up, of course. And those units are a bit more expensive side. Temp seaports can be also used to unweighted naval units, which could be very useful because remember as well, subs come already submerged, so you can perhaps get a whole bunch of wolf pack of submarines if you really wanted to. This is interesting. It makes him significantly more power, and his superpowers are an absolute threat. The CO zone is also 3, so very large, probably more meant for the naval playstyle. On this map, I believe this is a fog of war map because I see some stuff already shaded. I don't remember what it was before I set the replay, my apologies. We do have a number of airports here. These are shores, so you can claim the airport and cities here. We do have, what's this underneath it? Empty silos, so good amount of properties out at sea. And I got some rigs on the field which can deploy you out a temporary port. So we do have more port stuff for Greyfield. These are not shores, these are mists, so those are perfectly traversable as well. So this harbor has free range blowout units all the way out to here. Got some shores or mist. These are mists on sea, not shores. And so ships has a lot of coverage on this map. You can't reach the opponent's side of the map with your ports, but you do have a good amount of traversable sea in the middle as well. So battleships can get all the way over to here. So, and we got a number of bridges across, comm towers as well. Radar stations could be useful since it's a fog of war map. I think it's fog of war. Of course, a good number of airports as well. This map is pretty large. It feels like a lot of Days of Ruin maps I've casted are pretty small, but this is large. We also got some beaches here. They're quite nice. Good time to bring on all the family, perhaps via rig. And of course, we do have meteor here. It looks like it's on top of a water tile. So I think that is not shore, but actually water there. I'm not really sure. That appears to be traversable by naval units. In the base game, if a cartridge game, I'm pretty sure Meteors only provides planes underneath. But either way, let's see, anything else to cover? Oh, both players start with a dive sub, and also another temporary seaport captured already as well. So there are locations for the subs to sit there and just get fueled up. The defensive subs incentivize people not to enter their opponent's sea. So that's just more of a deterrent tool. By the way, both players have dive subs, so their seas are theirs. Either way, let's actually go ahead and get started. I'm going to put the game in autoplay at the time frame, because every time I click the next turn button, it makes a clicking sound. So I'm going to just let it autoplay for the time frame until we start seeing combat, then we'll start focusing on every single action. He does undive subs because you do lose more fuel if it's dived, and you're not any real threat at the moment as well. Subs do have good vision range, and looks like in Tiny Wars, I can't remember, Days of Ruin, I can't remember how subs vision works in Days of Ruin, but in regular Advanced Wars, subs had more vision range if they were dived. But that may no longer be the case anymore. Blue's push forward with his subs, scouting. Red, they're just idle under the water, so looks like Blue has a little bit more knowledge about Navy. And plus, subs have 5 vision range. They are recons. They are good scouts. And look at the sub placement there. It's on a mist as well, which is a line of sight blocker as well. So he has a free recon in this area. He's able to see everything advancing. Red has undived subs. Realize, oh, I should undive them. But there's so much more he could do. Plus, the rig back here is not being utilized, so I feel a lot more skill coming from Blue than Red at the moment. No offense to Red. And this rig has been pushed forward, has transport infantry unit. May grab the column tower, remember as well, in Days of Ruin, column towers do provide income. Red's pushing for his own infantry units as well, and has claimed this column tower, so very nice. So far, Blue's only deployed up bikes. Red is only deployed up bikes. Has put that sub on the temporary seaport. And Red's now realizing, hey, I can push forward the sub and get to these mists. Or into that inlet, the bay. Right now, Greyfield's behind by 2 properties, but this turn will probably change it. At least by 1 property, looks like. Nope, there's the other one there. So both players are staying equal in income. Actually, Greyfield has +1 property. I saw him didn't seem to capture another property. Now Red is up in airport. He's deployed out a gunboat for that. Very nice. So has Blue. And Red spots this undive sub there. He can just simply dive and he doesn't have to worry about any damage onto it. Of course, it can take a bit of damage, but you still have to be careful. If you're going to fall back, get refueled at, say, a temporary port, you will lose some money. In this case, you don't have to worry about keeping it healthy. Blue's now pulled out a tank. Red has a tank as well. One thing these players could have done is not spend the material on this rig and go ahead and perhaps bring a lander, bring it forward in order to pull out a temporary airport here. Got a first strike here, so Red gets the first strike. Blue try to go for the radar station. Scouting out the bike like that's not super important. Red deploys out an infantry unit on this mountain. That's a pretty good scouting position. And plus good defense stars. Blue's migrating up north. Tank inside the ruins. And has deployed out another infantry unit onto that airport. Very nice. And we do have a CO loaded penny. Let's deploy out a flare, tank, and artillery piece. I can see a lot of terrain there. What was that? I heard double run there. That's what I heard. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention down there, and all of a sudden I heard, no, no. I was like, did this guy hit two stuff? Something seemed weird there, but I was not paying close enough attention. At the point where I'm probably going to stop autoplaying, do have another rig here, deploying out a temporary airport. Did he build another rig? It got removed up there. Maybe that was some sort of bug where it's like, oh, I'm deploying out a temporary airport? Because I don't see it doing anything like that right now, so maybe it's a bug. Anti-air, anti-air in infantry or bike. He's concerned about battle copters or dusters. A little bit too early for that. Blue has a good number of mechs in this region as well. That could be very nice. Now we're going to see some first conflicts here. First kill of the game. Both of the HQs do have a gunboat on top of them. That will just at least keep the area secure for the time frame. And red has the CO unit there. Provides minor benefits. As you can see here, the CO unit will have plus 40% attack. Oh, runes only provide plus 1-star defense. Got it. Plus 40% attack. Oh yeah, one comm tower as well. So that I was thinking like, oh, she is supposed to have plus 15% attack and defense. Should be an odd number, but comm tower will make it even. Recon gets good strike there. Blue has not deployed his CO. May deploy in the battle copter over there. Battle copter by red. Looks like both players trying to capture the center of the map. Red has a bike there. Capturing the opponent's side of town. Bike push right forward. Tanks on top of town. We got some good number of mechs here. If the try to push forward and engage this mech with the tank, you become attacked by another mech. We'll see a CO loaded battlecopter. I have a feeling Greyfield's going to do that. Does. And Greyfield's battlecopters will have plus 40% defense, so Wayland level defense, plus 10% offense as well. So they should be pretty resilient, honestly. Should basically immune to small arms fire, so we take a lot less retaliation damage. More tanks. Infantry does get a good strike there. And there. Tank waits there. CO units are going to be reserved. It's on ruins. If red pays close attention, or blue, he probably sees the unusually high buffs. He clicks on these infantry units. I wonder, can blue see the increased buffs? I know you can't see the CO zone in Tiny Wars. In Days of Ruin you can. Tiny Wars you can't. But if you were to click on one of these units, he may see the buffs there. So he may... It does give indication that there is a CO unit nearby. I wonder how attentive he is. Battlecopter push way forward. Penny's ahead by 1 property income. Good little strike there. On his turn, it suggests that He does see the increase in attack and defense, but I can't say exactly how the replay system work for that. No, oh, there is actually a red anti-air here. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Even with everything out of the way, the anti-air is out of range of the CO unit. Good first strike there. Flare heading down south. Blue does have an artillery piece up here, so putting it behind the mountain wouldn't be half bad for it. Be a bit exposed, no concealment. So perhaps getting on top of this property would be the best spot for it. Get concealment and defense, but no blockers in front of them other than meat. Good progress there, puts it right there, eyeing to engage the ruins, able to also siege down the HQ. So looks like Blue's going to try to win the game, but doing it in a nice, safer manner with artillery. And we've got a medium tank here. Battlecopter gets a good first strike there. CO unit gets a good hit. Many CO zone hits. Her radius is now expanded. It'd be pretty easy and convenient to get that little bit extra attack and defense. Nothing too significant, but just a nice little supplementary capability. I'm trying to think what random weather, would be great for Penny. Sandstorms reduces your firepower by 30%, right? In Dual Strike is reduced range by 1. But I think in Days of Ruin just reduces firepower by a large amount, 20% or 30%. Snow reduces movement by 1. And rain. Fog of War, right? Wait, let's see. I can just look at this. Rain. Force Fog of War. All units' visions become 1. All tiles become 0. So you are basically your opponent would be blind. Fog of War will still be enabled for Penny, but your opponent will have no visibility range. Flare deployed. So right now, preemptive flares wouldn't be half bad in case for superpower, because you don't know what weather's going to be. Nor does Penny, but everything could be used to her advantage. She's already Fog of War, so she's already has Recon Scout, so the enable Fog of War will not matter for Penny. But so rain's one of the least useful thing for Penny, but still pose a threat to Blue. Reduce firepower by 30% is massive, to say the least, and reduce movement speed by 1 could allow her to edge forward. With 1 extra range, she's able to zone out her opponent for 3 turns. So all of them pretty useful, but probably Sandstorms are the best for Penny at the moment. And unlike other superpowers, it of course lasts for 3 turns, barring the global increased attack and defense by 50%, which is not that significant. Penny's making some progress down south. Penny's superpower is getting pretty close. She goes in herself. She now has a superpower available, so that can be brought in next turn. Maintaining her CO zone range is not critical. Her CO zone's already pretty massive. The only problem is her popping her CO power denies the capability of her own tank to fire. There's also a good number of stuff to take her out. She could easily get hit by 2 tanks or 2 tanks and a mech. And so possibly she gets wiped out, but also a good chance that she won't, because a mech and a tank will do both good damage, but don't know if she can get picked off. Her tank or CO tank zone will be, or tank will be hit pretty hard, and she'll still probably need to fall back, pop her superpower anyway. And 3 turns of weather, that'll provide a lot of benefits. So I think she should pop her superpower immediately. Flare there. In the comments below, let me know what type of weather you'd want to roll as Penny. The funny thing as well, for the snow, reduced movement range may actually be better if it was in Fog of War game, because then your opponent knows where your forces are at and know he needs to keep his distance and allows you to inch forward. The CO unit is down to 1 health as I predicted. Excuse me. Penny should just fall back with her CO unit and superpower. Snow. Reduce movement speed by 1. That is going to be important. It'll also slow down reinforcements. This tank is not going to go anywhere anytime soon. 4 tile movement speed as opposed to 5. Does spot nothing top of the city, so she knows she's going to have some safe engagements here. Does not aware of some of these units back here, but she has good vision of the region, to say the least, thanks to the sub, who has 46 fuel remaining. So north, she's going to be just fine. There's only 1 anti-air she has to worry about anytime soon. But reduced movement speed also is going to just prevent reinforcements. Tank on tank violence. Infantry doesn't get knocked out by the bike. Battlecopter, artillery, tank, bike. Which is going to focus down south. Greyfield, let's see now. His turn has started. He does have enough money to overcome her opponent's current Valiant field, so it looks like it's coming down to turn-by-turn funding in difference between the two compositions, which means they're pretty even at the moment. Of course, I don't have to worry about additional attack and defense this turn, and reduced move speed. Oh wait, his superpower is available. Okay, this is going to be interesting. They will get plus 10% attack and defense global. No, I don't think the superpower is going to be all that great. He doesn't have any temporary. Oh, he does have a temporary port. Oops. Oh yeah, I guess both. There's a temporary airport already on this map. So now he can do some ambush spawns right here. Ambush spawn bomber? Let's find out. Ambush spawn seaplane, which he has 48,000. He may want to try to emerge somewhere. He could perhaps squeeze out another seaplane. How much are seaplanes again? Oh, can't deploy seaplanes from regular airports, only temporary airports. Good strike there. 15,000. Same as blowing from a aircraft carrier. Just had to double check that. And looks like not a super great superpower. I don't know if that was may have been in store. Keep it in store. He only has a couple air units in the field. Right now they're pretty hard to shoot down. But now he does have a seaplane to go along with a CO loaded battlecopter. He will probably need to pull out a rig relatively soon to get these guys fueled up. Seaplanes do not hold much fuel nor ammo. 35 fuel, 2 ammo remaining. They're meant to fall back to carriers. Penny's making some good aggression down south. More battlecopters push forward. Anti-air captures up that town. Is it worth it to keep the CO unit, or is it better just to lead at this moment in time? Try and get some repairs there. Oh no! Which actually, that traps a loaded the transport copter. That's actually a nice little pick. Sells off turn for even longer. The deployment of that unit. Oh, looks like she merged onto the CO tank with a regular tank. That makes sense. I'm never good enough. I never pay attention to that. I really should. This rig. This is a fresh rig. No, I think it's a rig that was redeployed, and so it got his material back. So now he can deploy a Ford temporary airport. Alright, and that makes sense. Now the natural spawning rigs on this map is going to provide some good benefits to Greyfield. So this map does have a bit more things working in favor of Greyfield. I forgot about the fact they can resupply his material. At this point in time, a lot of map makers, if they want rigs spawning in the field without able to resupply ammo, they may need to be a APC alternative for map deployment, just so they don't have any material. Well, that's just I don't know how willing the Tiny Wars developers are willing to insert new units like that. It's be more of a map editor item. Either way, we do now have another, a Duster now deployed in the field. This anti-air could get a good strike on this battle copter. Will probably not take it out. Yep, the increased defense will make him take only 6 points of damage, which is still a significant amount. Good strike there. Battlecopter gets good strike on the tank. Blue's trying to disintegrate a little bit there. Now the flare is exposed. So is the anti-air. Blue has more tanks here, but needs something to engage that battlecopter. I guess the Duster should have been deployed down here. Seaplane did get a good strike on that gunboat, so it's getting pretty close to being wiped out. Gets a good strike on the CO tank, the medium tank. Right now, Penny doesn't have anything to do with that medium tank, and all the supporting units are starting to go down. Seaplane now versus 2, but down to 1 ammo. Gunboat pushing forward with the infantry unit into the center map. This may be on to pose a threat to the HQ. Down south, Greyfield needs more items. He could try bringing a rig down here and pulling out a temporary seaport to bring us ambush spawn battleship. Anti-air tank. Mr. Bear's snow has subsided. Good strike there onto the seaplane. Also knocks out his ammo. He needs to fall back to this rig or go to the temporary port. Prod the rig. Oh no. Good strike there. Also reveals the HQ. Takes out that one tank. And now he will receive a first shot there, but there's a lot of stuff down here. Right now, also, Greyfield's CO unit's on top of a reef, so it is hidden. And now got a red war tank. Red is going to try to go for this HQ. Greyfield is posing a big threat to Blue's HQ as well. There's a lot of stuff there. The gunboat can land the infantry there, spot the HQ, and then finish off, and the bike can start capturing it. Goes down south. Good, clean sweep there. Does the ad vision passing by with something? 2 medium tanks dogpiling it, and I see no way to interrupt the capture. This will probably be game over for Red. Seaplane falls back to the temporary port. Could have got field and resupplied by the rig. That may be a little better if since trying to dogpile the HQ. Full fighter by blue. I sort of disagree with that. I think regular dusters would be just fine against the battle copters, but got a lot of anti-air. Maybe he's just purposely throwing some money away, believing he's going to win the game. Yeah, that's going to be game. I don't think red can stop it. I'm going to just do the autoplay. Somehow didn't even get a single point of damage on that sub. What? And red does get knocked out by HQ capture. This is Grade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.